We got one of the batteries.
Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes.
We don't need that.
Oh, yeah, we don't need that. Mark Holmes here with Michael Anthony Fitness. Hopefully this time we got the Wi-Fi back on. So we had to turn the power off. We're here at our day job.
Oh, and this guy was stupid, too.
Oh.
I could turn it off from the...
Yeah.
Until I fix it.
Whew.
Until I fix it.
So, we're here working, busting behind, trying to get this bathroom together. Let me know if the signal's clear now.
Should be clear.
Whew. This is when you're working on an old house. You never know what you're going to get to deal with. And we're working on getting all of this stuff squared away. I got to get my pipes in the wall. I've already redone this. And I got to tell you, this stuff, look at this. The waistlines. How you doing, Bobby?
Looks like it's crumbled.
Oh, no, that's the buildup in it from years.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm doing is I'm rerunning the pipes. I'm using actually PEX, which is great because it's bendable and easy to use.
Good for the weather.
I've already gotten rid of this one. If I cut it up under the floor, I can pull that out. The hardest part for me, of course, is getting down on the floor and getting back up.
See, what you got to do is teach me how to do this stuff. And I can
okay. All right. Well, Michael, you heard him. He said, teach me, Daddy.
The t-shirt guy still hasn't gotten in touch with me.
This is like a close-in cutter right here. It's got the arrow to tell you which direction to go. These things are great because all you got to do is snap them on there and turn, and it cuts it. I should have a cap, one of the shark bite caps.
Okay, yeah, I know what this looks like.
So I can take this off and just cap it.
Yeah, here it is. I know what those are.
So you just spin this sucker on here, and one thing you've definitely got to be careful of when you're doing plumbing is to never show your plumber's crack, like I just did.
Well, this make memes.
Well, if Tracy ends up coming on and seeing that, she will.
Oh, she probably would too. Well, here's the.
Okay, so there it is right there. Damn, that's gonna be hard to get on. The problem is I gotten these out of here, which is great. So now we're opening up the floor. This one is going to be the hard one.
I'm gonna take more of it out.
I wonder if I cut in here, if I'll have enough space that I can make that.
You might be able to.
Okay, let me cap this one off. Okay, so that's capped off, which is good. How's everybody doing today? Are we feeling better? Or are we still mad as hell about losing?
I'm mad as of this week. If we lose this week.
All right, what did I just do with the cutter? Oh, it's underneath me.
Be mad as of this week. I mean, Steve.
Would y'all let me know if I'm showing plumber's crack? Because I don't want to show plumber's crack.
Mr. Stephen A. Smith getting his last one.
Oh, he's.
And I'm cool with it though, because it is kind of hilarious. Not that we lost, but the stuff that he's saying.
Yeah. I won't go that far. Hold your ears, guys. I got to do a little cut.
Stephen A. Smith, even though he.
Oh shit! There's not an easy way to do this. We'll use this cutter. No?
Is that a hammer right there? thought the big hammer was up here. But I don't have the big one. I don't know what the big
Any
one.
hammer will do.
My small one. With my baby hammer for the electric.
That's the cold line.
Where is this? Instead.
Oh, there's the hot line right there. Okay, perfect. Okay. All right, so we can get there.
Might be on the truck. I think it is on the truck. The bigger hammer.
Okay. So there's the pipe right there. Where's my cutter? Whew. How's everybody doing today? I'm Mark Holmes here with my great son, Michael Anthony Fitness, who seems to be in better spirits today. What's up?
Nothing really. Oh yeah, 'cause I won the bid last night
Bid on what?
on the retro Dallas Cowboy helmet for $25. No, for $35.
Look in that box to see if there's a shark bite elbow
And then I
in
think
this. Make sure you hold on to all the copper. Copper is very valuable.
I thought,
Do I have a shark
yeah,
bite
there's an elbow. I
Where?
don't know if it's right size. Wait, is that
No,
it?
that's a
Oh no, that's
T.
a T.
damn. Okay. You got a straight coupling though,
I
right?
got a straight one. Don't have any of the elbows.
That's all right. We'll just have to loop it around. And under.
They do have a straight. And another cap.
What's cool also, things that you can do with. Unlike copper where you have to sweat it, or using shark bites, you actually have, do I have any, don't tell me I don't even have any elbows. Oh, come on. Just give me one elbow in here. Wow. Thought I had a shark bite elbow. Guess not. Did I? You put all the fittings over here?
I had the fitness right here.
I thought I bought some elbows, but I guess I
I don't
didn't.
think you did.
Oh well. Here's what we're gonna do. You got the coupling though, right?
Yeah, I got the straight one. This one. No, yeah, they have the straight one. Now the cap and then have the other thing too. I should pull it to release everything.
Okay, let me have that. See now, this is really cool. See this thing right here? This is known as a shark bite. They make them by different names and stuff like that. But what it does is, you slide the two pieces together, and the more pressure that's put on it, the tighter the joints get. These are great because when you have places like this that you can't get to and sweat, or close in, you can put them on. And then there's just like a little tool that you push on it, and it'll pull right apart. So that's what we're going to use to get this into the wall. And we'll have our two supply lines in here, easy peasy. That's it. All right. So you can use the shark bites. The problem with the shark bites are they're not cheap. They're anywhere from like $6 to $20 a fitting. The other thing that you have is you have the crimper. What's happening, Junebug? This crimper takes this brass ring and it squeezes that sucker on there. And that's it. So that's my cap on there. So that's my hot line. That's connected. I've capped that off, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's out of the wall. And then this, I'm going to put a T on it because this needs to be the supply for the toilet. And then I need it to be the supply for the water going in there as well. So I need to cut this. And make me a stubby. And then we can patch the flow. Thank you. So that's one of the tees right here that we use. And these are a lot less expensive than what your shark bites will do. I'm kind of an old school guy, and changing stuff for me is hard. When this stuff first came out, I remember the first generation of pipes. Junebug, did you just do another one? Thank you, man. Enter you in the drawing for the Jobu t-shirt. They had the gray pipe, and I had that in my townhouse that was in Woodbridge. And what they found out is the chemicals that they put in water basically dissolved it.
Oh, yeah,
and they would pop up and have leaks with no rhyme or reason. Just anywhere, it would just happen to get soft spots in there, and next thing you know, you've got water everywhere. And so that ain't good. So then they came up with PVC that you glue, which they still use now as well, which works real good. I'm not got nothing bad to say about it, but you got to glue it. And the walls on the pipe are a little bit on the thin side. This one, the walls are definitely thicker, and it bends really, really well. And like one of the houses that I built new, we actually had a manifold that every supply tube hooked up to. So you had a shut off for everything in this manifold. The great thing about this was, instead of having water that has to circulate throughout the house to get hot water, if you turned on just the bathroom sink, it's a shorter run, and it took less time for the hot water to get to the pipes that or to your outlet. Mm-hmm. There we go. Is that one? That one. Okay. Now, the thing is, we don't know what kind of fitting or what kind of. Did you get the hammer?
I gave it you the handle, a little one.
I know I had it. It's a good thing I got Michael to keep me from losing my mouth, because I lose everything all the time.
That's perfect handle. I only got that one to do electrical work. Get in between the studs and the floor joists. But as soon as we get that,
what we're going to do is we're going to leave just a little bit extra on this.
As soon as we get that staple down. But do you need the cap?
I've got these plugs. The plugs are a lot cheaper. I was thinking that I was going to cap 2 of these in the floor, and that's why I wanted to use those.
Probably still need this.
What's that? The key, yeah.
But this one you'll probably take back.
I've probably got 50 of them. I just don't know where they are. What I do need though is one of the benders. And then, as soon as we find out what kind of faucet we're going to put in here, we'll end up, we may have a wall-mounted faucet that comes out, or we may end up having a faucet that is a deck-mounted, because we're going to put a vessel sink in here, but we don't know just yet, because the homeowner is still deciding on what kind she wants. So, we got ourselves enough that we can close up most of the wall, something to work with. Okay. All right. What we can do now is we can turn on the water and make sure we've got no leaks. You know where the shut-off valve is? Okay. Whew. Oh, well, I'm sitting here. Other thing we got to do. How you doing, everybody? Mark Holmes here, sitting in a cloud of dust as always.
It's notched the floor.
Is notch the floor for this wire to go up in here.
The thing's right behind you.
I'm just looking to see where exactly we're putting that. And then we're going to go back through and we're going to put some more sheathing on the floor. Then we can start covering some of this shit up. Whew.
Yeah, start putting drywall. I think the wood is harder than the blades. But they don't make wood like that anymore.
That's going to be able to go right up underneath the plywood. We're going to be good to go. More choice. if any news breaks on the Cowboys, y'all, let me know. Because I'm here at my day job. And that's where we all work together to make sure we know what's up with the Cowboys. Mr. Electrician, sir. How about that? Do you have any nailing plates?
I don't think I think I have one.
Well, if you have a clip, at least to clip that on there.
And that I have. I know I have one plate.
We've made some progress here. Now we can put a piece of plywood down on the floor and turn on the water and make sure that works. Make sure we have no leaks. And then I'm gonna put a piece of 2x8 behind here because we notched this piece for our drain right here. We want to make sure that we've got plenty of support in here, even though these things are about as tough as nails. We just want to make sure that everything on the floor is good to go, strength-wise. And we're going to put some blocking up underneath this to tie the two of them together. We're going to have a pocket door that's going to slide back and forth in here. That'll be real nice. Whew. But we're getting there. So he's going to grab that thing, and I need to cut over here. I need to square this up. Because it's hard out here for a pimp. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's hard out here for a pimp. Got some nails here I need to get rid of. I need to screw this tight. All right, so key things you always want to remember about plumbing. Key things to remember about plumbing. Shit goes downhill, and never show your plumber's crack. If you do those two things, most people will be very happy to hire you as a plumber. You see the crowbar?
It's right behind you.
Did you see the circular saw?
That's on the truck.
No, I see the old, the other one, which has the double blade up, the
It might be on the truck. Oh, on the truck. Unless took it off yesterday.
Well, I thought I took it off yesterday, but I didn't see it back in.
I know he put it on there yesterday.
I didn't take it off yesterday.
Yeah, that's on Monday, so yeah.
Okay. turn on the water, make sure that this doesn't leak. And then you can get rid of some of this debris. And get a tape measure, I can start cutting the flooring.
The tape measure's right behind you.
Before we do the drywall. Okay, Mark. Okay. I'm going to turn the water on. You check and make sure there's no leaks. All right. While I turn it on, holler if there is. Hopefully we don't flood the house because we're doing this live.
Oh, we're good.
No leaks?
Now, how far do you need the wire to go down?
That's fine. That's fine.
How about up here?
No, that's fine up there. I mean, just so it doesn't pull out. All right, so I'm going to cut our piece of plywood. I need you to get everything off the floor, get it cleaned up, so we can get that in there. And I also got to get ready to rock and roll. 63. We have to clean that up a little bit. Okay. 63. So what is that? Yeah, wait a minute. 63. 64. We're back. We're back. Back on the block. Back. Back on the block. Back on the block. Back. Back. Back on the block. I am what is known as a jack of all trades. Some would say a master of none. And I'm okay with that, because I can do just about anything. Putting a few cross-tying a few pieces of wood in here to make sure we've got a lot of meat on the 2x4s. I mean on the plywood. And put the plywood down, then we're going to put cement board down on top of it to make sure it's all good and sturdy. Can't seem to move today. Now, here's what I'm doing. I had to notch out for this waistline. The 2x10s. And I want to make sure that I've got plenty of strength on it. So I'm going to sister this 2x8 beside it that'll help carry the load on it to make sure that we've got plenty of strength there to hold it. don't know why I'm so tired lately. I feel like I don't have any energy. Maybe it's the Cowboys losing has zapped me. My sanity. I need a tape measure. I got a nuts list for that. Whew. Okay. I'll be back. You can sweep all that out so that way we got nice clean stuff.
That's good. That's good.
like I got no energy, man. What's wrong with me? Is the Cowboys taking it out of me? Is that what it is?
That's the last I'm thinking about, the Cowboys.
I got that too long. I can cut that there. Like that. Or cut some more of you. Oh, that's not a problem. I'll measure that once I get pieces together. Why is it pretty close over there? Okay, there. Cut a little bit right here. And we'll cut a 1/2 inch here down the line. Looking Gundam style. Is the whole soft? You got here, so? The 4-inch one. Good Lord. The arbor's in there, but we need the saw itself. Whew. How's everybody doing? Leighton Vander Esch has been known to vanish. Yeah, he's vanished right now. Fantasy football update, laugh out loud. Okay. It's I took it off of there. So it's probably sitting on the floor someplace. Or in the bucket. Yep, you find it? Oh, shit. That makes life a little harder. Didn't we use it yesterday? So now, I'm not the only one losing my mind. Need to find the 4-inch hole saw. So we can cut a big old hole in here. This is the kind of stuff that'll make you lose your mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me go all out up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me act a fool up in here, up in here. You find it? I need the sawzall too. Sawzall. We're actually doing pretty good today. But you know we don't have enough of this thing. 2x4s. What did I just do with the hole saw? Oh, there it is right there. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. The way this actually works, Mike, so it doesn't get stuck, this one locks in there to hold it. So if you end up screwing this one in without that on there, it's almost impossible to get out. So this thing lines up with the holes in there, you push them in there, bam, you're good to go. And that way when you're finished drilling, you just pull that out and it'll come right off of it. But hopefully my measurements are right. Hold on. There we go. I'd be mad if I was wrong. Let me have to trim a little bit more. Close, so close. So close. Just gotta take a hair. Either cut that or cut this. I'm gonna cut this. Actually, can you go get me the circular saw? 'Cause I can just go ahead and cut that right here in place. easier this new stuff cuts in comparison to the old stuff. Go. All right. Whew. True that, brother. Crack killing us. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be showing you my crack. All right. We can screw this down, son. Then I can start cutting. See, look. Bam. It comes right off of there. Now, what did I do with the tip? Okay. Now, we can get crack-a-lackin' on screwing this down and getting the cement board on here for the tile. You want to screw this down while I cut the cement board? Sure. Now, we got to get everything swept up, cleaned up, and better get a vacuum up here and vacuum it before we try and put all that down. Sorry about the crack, guys. Before we close this, we better check and make sure that this is still connected up in there. Oh, sorry. Damn. Why didn't you tell me? You're supposed to be looking out for me. Ouch, son. Can you grab the vacuum up so we can make sure that we get all this vacuum up before we try to put the cement board down? Okay, so it doesn't come from that direction. Interesting, okay. I think we got a little problem here with our vent. Don't think our vent is hooked up anymore, which is not good. Which means we're going to have to open up some more of the floor, and we got to stop showing crack. Damn. Not what I want to do, but what I got to do. That means it's coming from that direction. All right. It's actually good. Here's my problem. And I'm learning right now. When they put the ductwork in here, they cut out the floor. And you see how this is? If we put cement board down on this, what's going to happen to us is the cement board and the tile is just going to be bouncing around, and it's not going to be good. So we're actually going to have to cut this back, make sure this is connected correctly again, and actually box this so that way it's sturdy. Not what I want to do, but what I got to do. That's it exactly. It's not connected right there. So what we'll do is we'll get it connected and taped back together. Look at that. It's loose. And it's probably been loose like that for a long time. We'll get it back together. We'll put a couple of screws in it. We'll pull our crack out the way. Let me raise the camera here. Sorry about that, guys. Not meaning to give you guys crack on there. Don't really want to take this one all the way, but I need enough that I can get this back in here. Fortunately, we got some duct tape. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to run 2x4 up underneath of this, cross tie all this together. Thank you. Get that hammer. always something when you deal with these old houses that you have to deal with. It's actually good that that came out because I didn't realize that this was literally just sitting out in space. I need that piece right there to go back. So what I'm going to do is cut a 2x4 to go piece it, screw it together before we put the cement board on it to tie it together. Man. My knees are killing me. Okay. Be right back, y'all. Screw that together. And now we'll disperse the weight. Stiffened it up. That's what I'm talking about now. Okay. What we do is get all this cleaned up and then we get this screwed down. Then we can start putting more glue on top of it, get the cement board down. and get that glued in place. Woo! There's always so much to do. And what I'm going to do, while he's cleaning that, and then I'll go cut the cement board. Whew. I don't know about you, but I'm pooped. Well, feels sturdy. Feels better than it did before. Now we're going to put the ceramic tile down on the floor. And one thing you always want to make sure you have with ceramic tile is you want to have a minimum of 1.25 inches subfloor. And you want to have cement poured down, and you want to glue the screw about every 8 inches. If you don't do that, you're asking for problems, because what will happen is the floor will have movement. Put that second layer of underlayment on it with the glue, it'll lock the two of them together. And that's what you want to have to happen. Gotta take this last piece of flooring up. You have the hammer again. Thank you, sir. I can honestly say I would be completely lost without Michael Anthony in this. Because I can't hold on to Jack anymore. And that is the honest truth. So, Michael, thank you very much for all you do. We need to take this piece out. Actually, we need to take this out too. Crud. Crud! Okay. I'm pooped. You guys tired? Let me get the Sawzall before you cut that real quick. So we take this. I got to take this out.
Am I cutting anything?
No, I mean before you clean it up. Because what we're going to have to do is we have to put the header up in here. Hey, people. That sucker's in there. Yes. Woo. This one we'll reuse to put into the wall. Let's take it outside for now. Okay. Whew. It's hard out here for a pimp. Alright, we just need to clean all this stuff up now. And then I can start cutting the cement board. Go in here. Hi there. 57.5. Do 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 do. Oh boy. Okay. I gotta go out and cut some more pieces. Sure. Feed me good. Yeah. Hang on for one quick second here. I need to look at something. Hold. Daniel, I know you. I know you're on hold. I haven't forgot about going over and grouting the tile and everything else for you, man. Once I get caught up on this one, I'm going to take a day this week because I got to go over to your brother's house too. I got to paint the doors. I got to grout your tile. And what I'm going to be doing is once I get the drywall up in here, mud and tape it. And then I've got to go back and start building the cabinets for here. I got to build your bar. And I'm going to come down and take care of that. I just got to get this thing together because I need money bad. I got some bills that are hitting me hard and heavy that I got to get squared away by the end of the month. So hold tight, buddy. Besides, I don't want to see you anytime soon. Your Redskins got a victory. Screw that. Whew. I'm tired. I'm real tired today. All right. I'm going to go cut this piece of cement board, find the caulk gun on the truck, so I can start getting this in. I'm tired, boss. Yeah, I got to pay the bills. Emily Ann, I ain't got no choice but to. Got to keep on working. I have money overseas. I have money overseas? I wish. If I had monies overseas, I'd be bringing up. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's not happening. Let me go cut this piece and get ready to bring that in. Be right back. Hold it. I need one more measure. $28. Okay, $28. Oh boy. I'm sorry, boys. Okay.
Check too. Okay. What we really need to do is get rid of all the stuff that we're using. Nice to have electricity in here. Screws that were specifically for this. There it is. Hope I haven't seen it in here. You okay? I thought I just said that. Okay, good. There's a tip in here. Cool beans. All right, we're working with gas now. Let's see. Get this right. Oh, there's a nail right there. There. That there's one on there. They didn't spare the expenses on the nails. There. Yep, there's a rock or a nail. All right. Put some glue on that. I'm gonna take that cutter, just kind of just nudge it down. Okay. Whew. Yes. Let's see what we got here. Is our cement board. We got these special screws. You gotta grab the tip out of it. We're gonna put lots of glue down on it before we screw it. And we want to screw this like every 8 inches so that way it locks the 2 floors together. This has been on the back of the truck for a little too long. How late is it?
That is almost. It's probably close to 1 o'clock.
I want to get that door today, so that way.
We get there on the way home. Whenever we decide to stop.
With the rain that's tomorrow coming, I want to be able to paint that.
I don't have to go to the dump today. Just want to stop it.
I need to get the rest of it today. Okay, set this side down. Raise up that side and get some out of that in. Okay. Cool. Let's let that down. Kick it this way. That's it. All right. All right. Every 8 inches. We'll put screws in here to lock this sucker together. And this will give us a nice base for our tile. Whew. And now, there should be a tip in there. It's in the back. Oh, did it cut me? Yeah. Or you got it. Okay. Now, how much do I have? So 31. 31. Shit, I don't have 31. I got 30. 30 inches. That feels stiffer already. 30 by 57 with the drywall there. 57. 30 by 57. And then 12 and a half. About 10 and a quarter. Okay. All right, go cut some more cement board. Michael Anthony's gonna get this thing screwed down. I'll be back.
Yeah, we are rocking the train home. Play plays for the other time.
Bless you, bless you, bless you. Hey, everybody. Any news on the Dallas Cowboys? We've been here working. Like a snake. Whew. We've been on for 2 hours? Really? Obviously, Jared won't fire Jason Garrett to save the season. The players can do it themselves. Me too, brother. Me too.
So what happened to Dak Prescott going down on fourth and third? The fourth and second, where it says kick the field goal.
It's not his decision.
I know, but I'm saying that falls on the coaching. You got an opportunity to win it then instead of going for it.
Is it game running nowhere on the Eagles? Well,
We'll see.
You know, Eagles. You might not want to make the mistake I had, and that was talking too soon. Because I'll be honest with you, you Eagles, you ain't exactly got something to crow about. Have you held anybody under 20 points all season?
Certainly didn't to the Redskins, and they're trash.
Nothing so far. Just trying to get a win and bring Jimmy back. Yeah, well, I don't know. Jimmy might be. Jimmy Johnson might be a little past his code.
He's done.
There you go, Justin. The Eagles have been stanking too.
The thing is, though, the Giants and the Redskins aren't out of it yet.
Right. That's how bad we are. So you might do that, but I wouldn't guarantee anything.
I'm not saying that they're going to do anything, but they're not out of it either. And it might just be one person coming out of the NFC East for the playoffs.
Bonehead, no common sense Eagles fan. Are we gonna have our tackles back? I think Tyron is gonna be back. I don't know about Collins just yet.
If you have Tyron, that's a step in the right direction. Because Ken Flemings is not the answer.
Oh, same officiating staff that was there when we played Green Bay. Those ones on the base to the head, yeah, that's some bull. Officiating has been sucking this year. I hate to say this, but I got to be honest with y'all. With gambling now being part of what the NFL does, whatever happened to calling to New York to make sure they got calls right? Because it doesn't seem to be like they're calling New York anymore.
Last week, they were in New York last week, so they didn't have to call anybody last week.
True enough. Watch your phone, man. That's in the right spot.
You'll find that one throwing up the floor.
I meant to give you this. Okay. Yep. All right, so just gotta lift it up. Put some glue on anything. Get this piece of wood out.
We're good.
All right. There's a nail right there. Oh shit. Over that way. Between the two of them. It's a little high. Oh yeah, that feels good and stiff. See, that's the key on doing these tile floors, is you got to have a sturdy floor. If there's any movement whatsoever, you're screwed. And that's why we put glue and screws so to lock the two of them together. And I think I've sucked too much dust up in here. Boy, that looks so much cleaner. That tomorrow, if you can get this wire pulled out of there, we'll clean all of that stuff out for the new medicine cabinet.
Yeah, I think that light on.
Huh? Which light?
On the other space.
Yeah. Is that machine?
Yeah, dude.
All right. Whew. Michael Anthony Fitness is handling business here. We actually cut, look at that, pretty good on my cut for the toilet pipe. So once he's done, I'll glue that down in place, and we are good. Tomorrow we'll get all the framework done in the wall.
We need more 2x4s.
Yeah, we gotta get more 2x4s in here. We got enough drywall. Oh, you got the fans on. Boy, that thing is quiet. That is real quiet.
I turned on to make sure it worked.
Well, we could actually put the light fixture on there and let it hang down.
Well, it's right behind you.
Actually hang the drywall. No point in moving that.
You can put it up and see if it works.
This is where I'm working hard. People have asked me how many days was, wait a minute, I missed that. See the comments here coming? That was sad, Corey. I feel you, Corey. People have asked me how many days was after Sunday. Corey, we don't have our offensive tackles, and Amari's it's going to be a long. Well, you got to play. You got to play with the people that came.
Yeah, but if we would have kicked that field goal instead of Dak Prescott running on 4th and 2, we would have won that game. It's not the players' fault. It's coaching execution.
Well,
it's the coaching.
Here's the bottom line. You got to play with what you got. That means you got to develop a game plan.
Still winnable.
You got to develop a game plan that's gonna, work with what you got. If we don't have, we don't have them. Next man up, as Jason Garrett would always say. Let's see if we actually have the next man up.
Who's next one up for coaching?
Oh,
he's that next man up. Come on, Jerry. I would have Kellen Moore right now than what we have as coaching right now for head coach.
You heard it from Michael Anthony Fitness. He said he'd take a ham sandwich over.
I'd rather take Kellen Moore than what we have now.
He said he'd take a potted meat sandwich.
I didn't say potted meat. Kellen Moore's not potted meat.
No, but if they said, Michael, you can have potted meat or Jason Garrett, which one would you take?
Jason Garrett.
You take, I don't know. I'd take the potted meat sandwich.
They said.
How about you guys? You take the potted meat sandwich or Jason Garrett? I'm taking the potted meat sandwich. So does this place look any different from when we started? Does it at all? Because I'm happy we got all this reworked in here. It cost me a few cuts of my fingers, but what we ended up doing, this was actually studded out with 2 walls, and we had the galvanized pipe in here that literally had rusted out on the inside and was pitted. So we replaced that, and we reduced the size of the wall. We've taken care of the rat's nest of wire that was up in there. We already have the tub. The walk-in tub is actually already in there and installed. It actually works right now. But we started this last Monday, gutting all this out. We had old tile plaster lath. You can still see some of the plaster. Excuse me, not plaster, cement and lath. This is literally cement, and it is sharp as can be, and it's like 60, 70 years old. So it's not easy to get rid of. But we ended up gutting all that stuff out of there, and now fixing all the plumbing. We've already done all the electrical. We put in an exhaust fan. There was no exhaust fan in here. We have the recessed lights that are back in there. We've relocated the light switches, in which case now they have 5 different switches because they've got a light that'll be over the vanity. They'll have the lights that'll be over the tub. They'll have the ceiling fan. They'll have a night light with the ceiling fan, and they'll also have just like ambient light. You'll feel like you're on the surface of the sun in here because there'll be so much light. We're going to put ceramic tile on the floor. I'm going to build the vanity in here, and then tomorrow we're going to frame up the pocket door. So we actually got to get the door and get that started painting because it's a lot easier to paint it before it goes in place. Actually, you know what? Their doors are stained. Oh.
The door in here was white.
I'll have to ask the homeowner if they want it stained or if they want it white.
Well, the door here before was white.
Yeah, but I'm looking at the rest of the doors in the house. I'll ask her what she wants. More choices for the homeowner. All right, Mike. You as the fan, you get to be general manager for the day.
Okay, I'll fire Jason Garrett and promote Kellen Moore.
Let me finish asking the question. What would the one move that if you were general manager, what would be the one move that you would make right now for the team?
I'm telling you, Kellen Moore's gonna get promoted when Jason Garrett gets fired. I have a feeling. It sounds crazy, but I believe it. It sounds crazy, but it's not out of the realm.
I think you were saying that last year, weren't you? What's the one move you make today for the Dallas Cowboys?
that's a make that you can okay. And let's not say, oh, we'll get Bill Belichick. Okay, something that you can do today.
Mike
realistically,
Tomlin might not be out of the realm if he.
Not today. He's not.
Well, he might get fired in the season.
Or that, I don't know about being fired. That might be a mutual agreed change up.
Yeah, but he might say, "Oh, I might get to go." You never know. He might come to Dallas.
Okay.
I doubt it though.
What's your one move? You're general manager today. What's your one move that you make for the Dallas Cowboys? What's the time look like, Mike?
It's 1:30.
Wow. I got up at 5. It's only 1:30.
Yeah, but we didn't get here till like almost 10 o'clock.
Well, we had a bunch of stops. We had to get all this materials. This house goes downhill a little bit. I can see it. You can make some around the no, right, but where the seam is, closer to the bed. Just the corner of this one, yeah, right there. There you go. Get both sides of that. You want to make sure you put in plenty of screws, so that way it locks the two floors together and really squeezes that glue. And then it's like a cement. Here's the funny thing about doing tile work. A lot of people will spend a whole lot of money, and same thing with carpet too. They'll spend a whole lot of money on the carpet or the tile, and then they'll go cheap on the padding, or they'll go cheap on the cement that goes underneath of it. And quite frankly, you can put a cheap carpet on a great pad, and it'll feel like a good carpet. But if you put an expensive carpet on a cheap pad, it'll feel like cheap carpet. And that's the honest truth. And the thing about when you end up getting, Joe the handyman out there, and he gives you a great price on doing some of the work, he's got to make up for that money someplace. So you can go to Home Depot, and they have, I think it's called a custom blend mix of mortar. And it's like under $10 for a bag of it. Not bad. Under $10. Okay. So you're thinking if you're the subcontractor, the contractor, and you're trying to make as much money as possible, you don't want to spend $20 for a bag of mortar when you can spend $10, which will work for a little bit of time. But if you read the bag on it, it'll tell you this additive is needed to it. So you need to then spend like $8 for this bottle of stuff that goes into it that keeps it from basically turning to sand in about 6 months. You, as the customer, don't know what he's put underneath of it, and it looks good now when you walk in there, or if the guy doesn't put in enough screws and he puts the tile on top of plywood, it looks good when you pay him. But 6 months or a year later, you're going to start seeing the grout line with little cracks. You're going to be like, what's going on with the grout? And you'll see the grout start popping up. And what will happen is you'll call him and say, hey, man, the grout's coming up. He'll come back through. He'll re-grout it. Okay, it'll look nice again. But then he'll start doing the same thing. It's because the mortar that they use is shit. And it's delaminating. Tile's eventually going to break, and there's nothing you can do about it except take it back up and relay it. So that's one of those things that you got to be sure of what you're getting. Does that feel sturdy up underneath of there? Now, we put screws, a whole lot of screws on this with the glue in between it on top of the floor. So we got an 1.25 inch sub base underneath it here. We're going to let this dry out real good tonight, and then it's going to be locked together. And this way, you will have a sturdy sub base to put that tile on. So you can put any kind of tile you want and you don't have to worry about it chipping and things. Now, we got to frame this up and put our furring strips in here in place, so that way we can drywall this. Tomorrow we're going to have drywall and all of this in here. I've got to go by and look at what kind of faucet we're going to put in here
and get that figured out because we need to know so I can finish the rough ends. But these are actually got water in them now. They're actually energized, which is great. So that's what we've done today. We're going to clean up and get all of our stuff out of here and drop off some stuff back at Home Depot, get some 2x4s for tomorrow, and go by the plumbing supply house. And that's another day at Jobu's day job. So let me see some of the comments here on what would be your one move that you would make today if you were GM. What's your one move? Tell me what it is. What is it? What is it? I can see the comments. Fire Garrett. I think Jerry Joe's pride doesn't let him move on from Garrett.
Of course it doesn't.
Okay. You know what? I hope your pride is worth not getting a Super Bowl.
He don't care. He's making money. The only way he's going to change is if the money starts coming. If the money starts coming,
but I have to agree with you on that in some respect because, you had no problem firing Tom Landry.
No,
you had no problem firing.
No. Watch that clip. When what's his name? Who was the coach after him? Jimmy Johnson said, "How about them Cowboys?" And then Jerry Jones with that face, looking. If you watch the whole clip, he walking out. He's like, has that face like I don't believe it. Now watch the full clip, you'll see it. He just walks out while everybody's celebrating, with the stone look on his face when they won the Super Bowl that year.
Interesting.
He's like, "How about them?" Yeah, he did. Watch the whole clip if you ever get to watch the whole clip.
Okay.
You'll see him walk out with that stone face.
I'll have to look for that thing.
I don't know if that was before he won the Super Bowl, before he got fired, or I don't know when they did it, when it happened.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. Big mistake. But we all make some mistakes.
Tom Landry, time to move on, but they shouldn't have fired him like they did.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have done like
Keep the faith all. Oh, I've got faith.
I got faith in my team.
Sign Eric Berry. Oh my God, sign Eric Berry.
That guy has yet to find a team.
Here's the thing.
That man,
as bad as our defensive backfield has played, you look at the Eagles, they played actually worse. If Eric Berry had anything left, people would have already snagged him up. I mean, you're talking about the Eagles looking at giving up 2 number ones for what's his name, for Ramsey.
And he's hurt.
Okay.
He has back problems.
If they thought that Berry could still play, they would have been picking his ass up. Oh, boy. Oh, let me glue that piece in there. Okay. We got one piece of cement board left over, so we can take that one back too. And, whew. Yay! Yay! Need to get some stainless steel screws for that flange. But we have redone the plumbing in here. Thank God. Yay. All right. So give you guys a quick look at what's been accomplished. We've got our tub in. We've got our exhaust fan. We've got our new light switches in here. So we actually have, look at that. Hold it. Look at that. Dimmer switch. Woo. Mood lighting. Woo. Okay. We also have a dimmer switch for this one over here. Boom. So we can turn down the lights. This party's over. And then we have our exhaust fan. Fart don't stand a chance in here. If you guys do me a favor, if you enjoyed watching us work, I apologize again. I did not mean to put the crack out there. Did not mean to do that. I will make sure I wear some t-shirts so we don't show any more crack, because this is family friendly and we do not want to do that anymore. But if you like this, subscribe to my other channel, Jobu's Day Job, because I want to get up to 1,000 subscribers. Then I can go ahead and just put all this content on there. And if you want to see how this bathroom started out last week, how crazy it was, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and you can see the videos, because we've been doing videos, morning and then afternoon videos on that channel every day, so we can show everybody what's going on. But we got, look at this, we got our supply lines, of course, all put in here inside. We redid the stack in here. We've got a GFI outlet right there. We'll put a nice new light fixture in here. Tomorrow we'll hang all the drywall, and we'll frame up for a pocket door. We'll go up in here. So we've come a long ways on this bathroom in a short time. But this has been difficult because it's an old house with a lot of issues that it's had. So we're gonna get cleaned up, and then we're gonna pick up some supplies for tomorrow. And look at this, Mike. Look at this. When they pulled that wire in there, look at that. They messed up the sheath on it. It may be good for us just to run a new wire from that. Damn. Yeah, and we've discovered a lot of problems up there. Yeah, no, the fart it'll go right on out, because that's got actually a 5-inch vent line out of there. So we're in good shape. But thanks, guys, for being here. We'll be here tomorrow again. I'm gonna clean up, and we're gonna get some more shit to put in for tomorrow. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay.